On September the 11th, 2001, 19 al-Qaeda terrorists hijacked 4 commercial airplanes and carried out suicide attacks against targets in the United States. 2 of the planes were flown into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City, a third plane hit the Pentagon just outside Washington, D.C., and the fourth plane crashed in a field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, after its passengers and crew attempted to retake control. The attacks killed nearly 3,000 people and injured over 6,000 others. They were the deadliest terrorist attack in human history and had a profound impact on the United States and the world. The attacks began at 8:45 a.m. Eastern Time, when American Airlines Flight 11 was hijacked and flown into the North Tower of the World Trade Center. 17 minutes later, United Airlines Flight 175 was hijacked and flown into the South Tower. The impact of the planes caused the towers to collapse within 2 hours, destroying surrounding buildings and damaging others. At 9:37 a.m., American Airlines Flight 77 was hijacked and flown into the Pentagon, the headquarters of the U.S. Department of Defense. The impact of the plane caused a partial collapse of the west side of the building. At 10:03 a.m., United Airlines Flight 93 was hijacked. The passengers and crew of Flight 93 learned about the other attacks and attempted to retake control of the plane. The plane crashed in a field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. At 10:03 a.m. the 9/11 attacks were a defining moment in American history. They led to a new era of global conflict and changed the way the United States viewed its role in the world. In the immediate aftermath of the attacks, the United States launched the War on Terror, invading Afghanistan and overthrowing the Taliban regime, which had harbored al-Qaeda. The U.S. also enacted the Patriot Act, which expanded the government's surveillance powers. The 9/11 attacks also had a significant impact on the global economy and financial markets. The stock market closed for 4 days after the attacks, and when it reopened, the Dow Jones Industrial Average had its biggest one-day drop in history. The 9/11 attacks were a tragedy that should never be forgotten. We must remember the victims of the attacks and continue to work to prevent future acts of terrorism. In the years since the 9/11 attacks, a number of conspiracy theories have emerged about what happened that day. Some of these theories claim that the U.S. government was involved in the attacks, or that they were allowed to happen in order to justify the war on terror.